Hi, I'm Stargate Pioneer.
And I'm Steven Jondrew, and we're from Better Podcasting, a proud member of the Gonna Geek Network.
Just like the show you're listening to now.
The opinions expressed are those of the individual host.
Check out all the other podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
And get ready, because geekiness begins in 3,
2,
1.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 315 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. This is recorded live on Sunday, June 10th, 2018. We are just about to kick off all the E3 festivities. In fact, some of the stuff has been going on at E3 right now, but I don't think the official kickoff's till, Tuesday?
I do not know, but I kind of want to know when Sony's doing their thing.
Microsoft does theirs today at 4 p.m. Eastern, I think, but they're not doing it at E3 proper. They have what they're calling their Xbox convention hall or some nonsense like that. They went and did their own event, so they're not going to be in the E3 proper. I don't know.
They're pulling a Nintendo?
They're pulling a Nintendo. It worked for Nintendo, let's be honest.
Did it?
What's the sales of the Nintendo Switch right now? How hard were they to find?
They did this during the Wii U, didn't they?
That's true too.
I mean, they're back in E3, aren't they? Or are they still doing their own separate thing?
But going back to Sony's E3 press conference begins Monday, June 11th. So tomorrow, as we record this, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So you can check it out there. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. You can be on Twitch watching it, Willie.
Just remember all the good the Purge
Wait,
does.
who's on tomorrow night?
Sony.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
You said what time?
9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
You even gave me the Eastern time. Yay. You got it right.
I'm goddamn right. Is that what you meant?
You got it right.
I will probably end up watching part of it after the Gonna Geek show because I want to see what they do with Spider-Man, but at the same time, I'm afraid that if I like what they do with Spider-Man, then I'll be like, oh man, I gotta get a PlayStation. And A, I don't really need one, and B, I'm not really sure where it would fit in my entertainment center right now.
Now, come on, you can at least agree the best E3 conference that ever happened was 2 years ago, and it was Sony. Because they had that fucking live orchestra in front of it doing the music. I think even during the demos, they did the music for the fucking demos.
No, that was cool. E3 is all about spectacle anymore. Although, if you go back in time to some of the older E3s, there's some really cool moments there. Now, granted, I'm an Xbox fanboy, a Halo fanboy, but the Halo 2 reveal was pretty great back in the day.
Jesus Christ, you're expecting me to remember something from 10 years ago?
Actually, I was going to go back even further than that now. Do you know who was on stage with Bill Gates to debut the original Xbox, Willie?
I'm sorry, I kind of froze there for a bit.
I was going to say, do you know who was on stage with Bill Gates to debut the original Xbox and cut a promo on stage while it was debuted?
God, who? Jesus, who was it? Fuck it. It's a tiny bell going off in my head, and I just can't stop ringing it to find out. Go ahead.
The Rock.
I figured when you said did a promo, that's what kind of gave it off, but I wasn't 100% sure.
You didn't even hazard a guess? Didn't hazard a guess, Willie?
I'm too stupid to do guesses.
How are you too... Okay, I'll...
You almost gave me credit.
I'll allow it.
You almost did.
Yeah, so Sony's going on Monday. I forgot to say when Nintendo is. I need to look on that. Let me do a quick Google search right now. Willie, when do you think Nintendo is?
Whenever the fuck they want to.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. It didn't really help me kill a little bit of time there, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
It got a giggle or two, didn't it?
I'm
not asking you. I'm asking the people listening. They're going to answer me, by vocals.
How are they going to vocalize when they're in the...
Wait. I heard a couple of screams. You see, there's so many watching us around the world. It kind of vibrates into the atmosphere and comes right down. Kind of like the Atmos speakers.
There you go. I've got some of those. I love those.
Yeah, fuck you. Won't you invite me over to watch a movie?
You want to come watch Thor Ragnarok? Because Thor Ragnarok is amazing. The scene where she's got him up there and she's like, "What were you the god of again?"
She's got him up there. Nice description.
Yeah, okay, so after she has taken his eye from him and has restrained him against the banister.
Spoilers.
Well, this movie's been out for long enough. Who cares? Restrained him against the banisters and goes, "I'm the goddess of death. What were you the god of again?" And that lightning he calls down from the sky with Atmos, it's fucking sweet because it actually you hear the lightning crackling over top of your head as it comes down. It's pretty badass.
Now, do you have the speakers that like just aim at the ceiling and they bounce down?
No,
Or-
yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, that's what I do have because I didn't want to embed ones in my ceiling.
All right, I was just curious. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I know there's like 2 different ways of having them.
That's the easier way.
Did you find out about Nintendo yet?
I was looking and then I got distracted. So Nintendo.
Well, you know what? No one cares because they're not announcing their fucking core next Pokemon game, and if they do, it's probably gonna be shitty.
Yeah, but what they are probably going to announce is Metroid Prime 4, which a lot of people are excited about.
I hope so. Man, people lost their fucking mind when all they had was a title card for that last year.
And
They
then
lost their fucking goddamn mind.
and then they will have the new Super Smash Brothers on the floor for people to play, so I assume there will be more presented during some kind of event.
On the floor?
Yes, it'll be in their booth. People will be able to play it. They're running a competition, supposedly.
Would you say they would have it to the window?
No, as the sweat drips. Never mind.
Could they have it to the wall?
I'm just going to power through this. They also are going to hell. Nobody cares. It's Nintendo.
Till the sweat drip down my balls.
I knew this was going to happen. There was no getting away from it. So Nintendo did their own event prior to it, and I could not find the actual date they're doing an event at E3. So maybe they just are doing stuff on the showroom floor. I don't know. All I know is Willie's going to be watching tomorrow night's PlayStation event, and he's going to be like, "Hey, did you get a PS4 yet? Did you get a PS4 yet?"
Did you see that Spider-Man stuff?
It looks good. Hey, man, I almost did because I go on like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and I've seen a bunch of PS4s down to like $150, but then I realized these are probably stolen if they're that cheap.
I mean,
I don't want to
buy. Hey! Think of it like this: one of those might be mine. Buy my old one.
There
You go.
I don't want to buy stolen.
I don't
goods.
mind if you. I would have if it was mine and you bought it. I'd be happy with that. I already been through 2 PS4s since that has happened.
Well, perhaps I will take that chance at some point. I doubt that I will, but if I was going to do it, why wouldn't I get a PS4 Pro so I could game in 4K?
I mean, that's what I'm doing.
Do you? Yeah.
Except minus the 4K.
So it's
'Cause I
super
got
samples,
4K.
and then I don't remember if it's super samples and that. I don't know. It probably looks pretty.
It does increase frame rates on a lot of games. Like usually, a lot of games will have a little menu pop up, especially if it knows you're on Pro. It said you want better frame rate or better graphics.
Yeah, they're doing that on some of the newer Xbox One X enhanced stuff too.
Yeah, I know they did it for. I think they did it for Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War. I think a lot of like first party stuff.
See, I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn. I want to play God of War, but really, in all honesty, my game back catalog of stuff I need to play right now is so huge, I probably should not be buying any more games. And I did just buy more games this week because I'm weak.
Well, especially 2 open world. I guess God of War is semi-open world. I guess it is open world, but it's not like
Yeah.
a gigantic open world. But God, it's so good, especially so detailed everywhere you go.
It looks pretty. I've watched a lot of the reviews on it, and the God of War games are things I enjoyed playing in the past when my college roommates had PlayStations I could use. But
This has God of War growing up a bit. I had a
Yes.
kid, you know,
he's got the big beard.
the dad bod
The big beard, just like the host of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast.
crew.
So evidently Clarence VG Rec just got an achievement watching our podcast. So I'm kind of curious. Oh, on his Xbox. Interesting. So there's probably a Twitch achievement or something like that.
That is. Oh yeah, don't they also have like YouTube and Netflix?
And Mixer.
Well, I don't even know what Mixer is, but you know what I mean.
Mixer's Microsoft's version of Twitch is actually pretty decent. Just doesn't have the numbers that Twitch does. He's judging me right now while his internet freezes.
I'm back.
I know you were judging me. It's okay.
No, hold on a second. You kind of cut out. You said it's Microsoft's version of Twitch.
Yeah, it's Microsoft's version of Twitch.
I thought it was like a music thing or like
No,
a
no,
sound thing. Mixer, is it?
Mixer.com is their streaming site. It's what's baked into the Xbox natively to stream games and stuff too. You can still stream on Twitch. It's just a pain in the butt to set it up.
So they're pretty much having their own separate thing. Why? You got Twitch, it's already running. It's like still running MySpace when there's a Facebook out there.
And they seem to be doing all right with it. What they had going for them was low latency. They had a bunch of better low latency stuff in place before Twitch did, like using what would they call it, their Beam protocol or something like that. You were getting like a 1.5-second delay, so which is pretty awesome.
That is incorrect with my internet.
Oh well, if you have internet that doesn't behave like ass, then you had like a 1.5-second delay.
I mean, it worked. My internet works great for online gaming. Not gonna lie. For some reason, it works perfectly. But I guess streaming live video and sending it back out, it has a little trouble with.
Just a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I do miss when you had the good internet and could host Jackbox party games.
I mean, I can still host, but you have to pay attention to your phone and not me.
Yeah, and that's less fun.
And I know everyone likes to pay attention to me, right?
I can't keep my eyes off of you, Willie. That's what it comes down to.
It's because that's so pretty.
We'll go with that. I can't really tell right now.
Come on, baby. There's a free seat right here.
Nobody wants that.
Man, fuck you.
No, I meant nobody wants me going to go sit on your lap. That's what I meant. That came out harsher than I intended. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I do want to mention this. This isn't gonna be part of what I'm into, but I'm a little upset.
Uh-oh.
Was playing since we're talking about Jackbox. I was playing Jackbox last night. Got a little upset. I thought one of my answers was perfect. I giggled so much after putting it in. It was if cavemen had Twitter, what would be something they would tweet? And it came down to two options. The other person put just a bunch of like blah 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 blah, and then mine was #MeToo. It lost bad. I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah,
people?
that's probably not going to get a lot of votes.
Oh, these people, trust me. I know this crowd, but for some reason they just love the like cavemen going blah 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 blah. Like, what? How do you like that more? What did that? I should have said. I was dragged by my hair by Crunk last night. #MeToo. That would have I should have added more to it.
You might have needed more to it. It sounds like.
I mean, because that was the thing. Cavemen dragging women. I don't think. Can you drag a person by their hair like that? Like just full on like dead weight drag them? Or were we lied to as kids by cartoons?
I think you could to an extent, but I imagine you'd be yanking hair out of the scalp. I don't know.
Ugh. This got real fast. Moving on. What were you going to talk about?
I don't remember now. I got distracted by Jackbox party games. So when I get distracted and don't know what to do, it's generally time for a transition.
Well, they are working on the 5th.
Live from the ATGN studios on the internet. It's the news of the week.
Mr. Quick on that button.
Sorry, Willie. It's
No,
news
you're not.
time. It's news
Don't
time.
lie.
It's that part of the show where we run down the most interesting geeky or nerdy news that we've seen.
Dude, I have gout. I can't run.
So we limp down some of the most interesting geeky and nerdy news that we've seen this week or heard
I'll
this
allow
week. Willie, why don't you kick us off? What do you got for us?
Well, the only thing I really saw in the last like 5, 6, 7 hours, apparently Kingdom Hearts 3 got a release date.
What?
And it's not 2 years away. Holy shit. Now, whether or not they can stay to this and not get pushed back is going to be short of a miracle, probably, knowing Square Enix. They are saying Kingdom Hearts 3 will be released January 29th, 2019.
For what devices or systems did they say?
I didn't click on the thing to read it. I saw the headlines for this. I'm sure it's going to be PS4 and Xbox One, and yeah, that's probably going to be it. Because do you think that thing can run on the Switch? Hell no.
I don't know.
No, I do know. No, if L.A. Noire was that 5-year-old game can't, or 7-year-old game can't run really well on it. What makes you think this game's gonna run?
So,
on
Willie,
it?
you are correct. Kingdom Hearts did say on Twitter it will release on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 January 29th.
I don't need facts to be right. You can quote me on that. That's the show title right there.
That's what I'm putting right now.
This is gold, people. I give you gold. Hashtag me too.
No, that was bad. No.
I mean, I'm all for those people. Just want to say that.
Stop now before you dig the hole deeper.
I don't know how not to dig my hole deeper. Haven't you learned?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm digging to China.
No joke. So, yes, the game is also available for pre-order right now on a variety of sites. It shows up on Google when you search it. No clue. I'm sure they'll do something ridiculous, which is if you buy here, you get this pre-order bonus. But if you buy here, you get this other pre-order bonus. And I go, but I'm going to buy from Amazon where I get 20% off, and I don't give a crap about the rest of them.
Oh, and yeah, it wasn't your news. I think I saw you had some news. You showed me something earlier this week that blew
Not my penis, mind you. It was not that.
It was his ball sack. You have no idea. It's ginormous. I was just amazed by it. I mean, Chris, I ain't gay, but god damn.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate
No. You showed me something I had no idea was even in the works. And that's that fucking announcement video you shared. Go ahead, Chris. I'll let you talk about it a little
is this the Square Enix Avengers thing?
Not Avengers.
Well, what we thought was Avengers.
Just Marvel's Ultimate Alliance reboot.
Yes,
remake.
which is
not remake.
It's kind of a spiritual successor, for lack of a better term. So if you remember, like a year ago, I think it was E3, Square Enix teased the fact they were going to have a new Marvel game by just a teaser trailer that showed a bunch of iconic things from it, had some brief voiceover work, and was teased as an Avengers game of some sort. And everyone went, wait, what is this? Well, it's looking now more and more like Square Enix is making an Avengers game that is pretty much the spiritual successor to games that Willie and I really love, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which was the spiritual successor to X-Men Legacy, which are all great games. And
I am never selling this game again, ever.
you know you can buy it digitally, right?
I have it digitally on the PS4, 1 and 2, but this actual hard copy, you know how much it cost when I tried to get it?
No.
I mean, I already had it. Apparently, I sold it, I think. I was stupid, and I sold it at fucking GameStop for probably like pennies on the dollar. Yeah, it was like $50, $60.
Wow. I have both Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 on disc upstairs still, which I forgot, and then bought both digitally this week when it was $15 for the combo pack.
And if I put this in my PS3, I can still get the Juggernaut, which was a pre-order exclusive. And you can't even buy them anymore just because I think you get them, and if you get the new copies, they just put them in it. But for the PS3, you cannot get them because their contract expired. And Activision, yeah, that's what it was. Remember, that was a big thing when Activision's contract Marvel ended, and they just pulled all their stuff off the stores, the digital stores.
Yep.
Including what Marvel vs. Capcom was it 3 and 2? No, not 3. It was 3. Yeah, 3. They just pulled it all out.
So I'm sad to report that the Xbox copies of the disc are still dirt cheap on eBay, it looks like.
Well, this was a couple years ago when I was like really wanting to play it again.
Yeah, they're going for like $10 to $12. But if you're an Xbox gamer right now, and I believe PlayStation, you can buy them digitally in their store. And I know Microsoft has them on sale for part of their E3 sale. So, because I know I bought it, the combo pack of 1 and 2 was $15, and I will probably start playing that.
All right, how about this? Can you search for this for me?
How
much does a PS2 copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cost? Like on eBay, or the average price?
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Because that was expensive.
You wanted PlayStation 2, right?
Yep, because it wasn't on Xbox. They got Capcom vs. SNK, while PS2 and
Let's see, $50. Buy it now. Complete with all the discs, with the disc and all of the packaging for $75. Buy it now.
That's a PS2 game, mind you.
$80, $37, $75. So Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is going going for pretty high. And there's people selling only the box for $15 on here.
Yeah, I had that game and I stupidly sold it. I traded into fucking. It gave me a lot of trading credit, though. I will tell you that.
I mean, I guess that's the important thing there. The real question is, how often would you be playing it if you had it still?
Probably. I mean, it was a fantastic game. Not gonna lie, but I mean, I have the digital copy on PS3. I can always just go re-download it.
Yeah, so
I do have it bought.
You made out how you needed to when it was all said and done. You made a little cash.
And it's better on the PS3 because you can fucking change the goddamn music from that stupid fucking song. The one song they had for every fight. Gonna take you for a ride. Like, what is this stupid music? This jazzy new fusion shit for a fighting game. God, that's gonna burn in my memory forever. Gonna take you for a ride.
So the other one I'm looking at now. Oh, see, even these have started to trend down. It used to be that Final Fantasy 7 and 8 disc copies went for a crap load of money on eBay now, too. And you're talking like $7 to $15 now. Used to be a lot more.
Yep.
Digital Man is killing that resale, I guess.
I'm going to be bringing this back up during what I'm into because I have a package that came in yesterday that I need to go grab.
Oh, my.
I meant my package.
No, stop.
You stop it, Han. It's a bad hand.
Another thing I saw at E3, I don't know if you've seen this one. Are you familiar with the company called Respawn?
Yes. What they make again?
Titanfall?
Oh, yeah. Here it is. Bam. Get over here. Bam. Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 1 and 2, they're great games. They didn't show any footage or anything like that, but at the EA conference on Saturday, which has me really excited, Respawn CEO Vice Zampella, I think I screwed up his name, said that they're making a Star Wars game set to come out in 2019 where players will get to use a lightsaber. They're playing as a Padawan who survived Order 66, and it takes place between episodes 3 and 4. It'll be called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That could be really fun.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Star Wars what?
Star Wars Jedi, okay. Fallen Order.
Yeah, this is also them taking the name of an older Star Wars game and remaking it. How well did that work out for them in the past?
That's true, but if it's like the spiritual successor to the Jedi Knight games or the Dark Forces games, I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah, but you know what EA is doing though? Multiplayer, no single player.
Yeah. That's the problem.
They don't believe in single player, but everyone else is proving them wrong, or Sony is at least proving them wrong.
That's true. Willie, side note, they just pushed the update out for the Fantasy Movie League. We can talk about it when we get to what I'm into. Spoiler alert.
What do you mean?
You took
it
first
got updated?
this week. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I saw it yesterday. I was first. It's not updated for me. It didn't say, hey.
I just got a pop-up notification on my phone on it. So just a heads up. You're in first place this week.
Yeah, but I'm still in 5th overall out of 6.
Yeah, I'll be 6th overall.
Week, God, Action Point fucked me hard.
Yeah, Action Point did.
Oh God, it wasn't a bad movie, was it?
No, but it's a Netflix movie for the best way, as I would put it. If I hadn't had a movie pass, I'd have been annoyed that I paid money for it.
I would say it's a level above Netflix movie, just one level, just because of the stunts that Johnny Knoxville went through.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The stunts were crazy on that, but...
How did he not break his fucking femurs?
I don't know.
I don't know. Barn scene. God damn.
We can touch on that here, and if you all go next with my news story, one of the games that I've talked about forever, this is going to be a gaming-heavy episode. Sorry, guys. It's E3.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, motherfucker. And next week, too, probably.
And probably next week, too. I've been talking about it a lot. It's by BioWare, which is sadly still owned by Electronic Arts. It's a game called Anthem. Well, they showed off a lot of content about Anthem. Did you see any of it, Willie?
I did not, and it's because they're still fucking up.
All right, how so?
Be prepared for loot boxes coming in. You know there's going to be loot boxes in that shit.
That question was actually asked, so I will skip ahead to that one. Actually, no. Let me tell you what Anthem is first, then I'll get to the loot box thing. So I'm on an article.
Iron Man. There, you're done.
Mostly, it seems like. So there's an article on Polygon that breaks down all of the main things that were learned about it. And so they have the best way to sum up Anthem in just a few sentences. Anthem is an open-world action role-playing game set in a futuristic world where humanity is on the verge of collapse. Players take the role of characters known as freelancers who are sent on missions where they'll interact with other players, collect resources, and take on enemy combatants. The goal is to defend Anthem from both the impending storm and the Dominion, protecting the world they know. Players belong to different settlements where they can interact with other people. The settlement shown in the EA demo was called Fort Tarsus. It's basically BioWare doing Destiny, it sounds like to me.
And Iron Man.
And Iron Man. It does look very Iron Man-like. So here's one of the things.
Everyone, you get a Hulkbuster, and you get a Hulkbuster, and you get a Hulkbuster if you get them in the loot box.
I'm glad you mentioned that. They were asked about that. They brought up a bunch of the BioWare team, and they did like a Q&A and a 40-minute roundtable. It's either 30 or 40. I can't remember. Roundtable. Mm-hmm. The development team was asked in the panel, are there going to be loot boxes, in-game currency? They said players will have the option to make in-game purchases, but only for cosmetic items. There will not be any loot boxes in Anthem.
I will believe that when the game fucking comes out and it's not there.
Well, that's my hope also. The game drops February 22nd, 2019, PS4, Windows PC, and Xbox. This is not one that the Switch is going to be able to run, especially when you went and saw footage on it. And a lot of the BioWare fans are all bummed out. I went on the Mass Effect subreddit. They're all bummed. There's no romancing in this game like there was in all the old Mass Effect and Jade Empire and RPGs that BioWare did. So I'm sorry.
That'd be kind of hard to do with that big-ass chastity belt on both people.
That is the truth. So basically, like Willie said, you have Iron Man armor, for lack of a better term, in this one. There's 4 different variants of Iron Man armor. There's one that's basically like a Hulkbuster, for lack of a better term. It's got heavy weapons. There's one that's...
This is pretty much classes, right? So
yes, you've got 4 classes. But supposedly you can swap them out on the fly. Supposedly. 4 different types of javelins. They're called the Ranger, the Storm, the Colossus, and Interceptor. Each suit gives players different abilities, can be used for different purposes. It all depends on what you need to do. So, for instance, they say the Storm suit is great for heavy combat situations, whereas the Ranger is an all-purpose suit that's preferably best for exploring and minimal combat. You can change your suit on the fly, though, by going back to town. And one of the other things I saw...
because you fly back to town. I see what you did.
Fly back to town. So this game, you'll be able to fly, like we were talking about. If you've seen any of the footage, it basically looks like you're in an Iron Man suit flying around. You do have limited thrusters because they overheat. They showed off a real cool effect, which was them flying through a waterfall. And it's actually got an in-game use. You fly through a waterfall, it cools your thrusters down back to 0 so you can keep flying. So you get this cool water effect as you fly through, and your thrusters then keep working. Kind of interesting to me. They'll cool down gradually over time once you land. And they did say there is fall damage in this game. So if you jump off a cliff, you better use your thrusters to slow down before you hit the bottom or you'll die.
Now, I hope that your thrusters will actually cool down after they go out, because that doesn't make sense. They're going to stay heated, and you just fall all the way down. That makes no sense. Like,
no, I don't think so either.
Down, even with like wind coming out. You know. I don't know about this game.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I want to see some of the early press on it before I make a decision. I want to love it, because we all know, I've said it on this show before, that I love BioWare. I love Mass Effect. I love Jade Empire. Most of the BioWare games I really like, even if I have issues with them. Like Mass Effect Andromeda, I have issues with it. I still enjoyed it. I want to love this game. I like the concept of it doesn't have to be co-op. They even said in this, you can play the entire campaign single player if you want, but you can also play co-op. So if you've got a group of friends, you just join up and go on missions together. I like the ability to be able to flip that switch off and on, because I tried playing Destiny and Destiny 2. It's not much fun if you play on your own, or if you've only got a couple friends that play and occasionally pop on. If you can build a game similar to that, where it's designed for me to play solo, unless I've got friends that can play at that point in time, I'm okay with it, because I felt like Destiny punished me for playing solo many times.
Well, I mean, if you get a PS4, then all of us can play on the PS4.
Well, I'm just expecting that Naki and Keith will play on Xbox.
They can switch. I mean, they can switch to the better console.
What I really wish they would do is crossplay. This is another instance of I wish there was crossplay, because it's a game that comes out on all the consoles. Why can't we play together? But that's neither here nor there. We know it's never going to happen.
I don't know about never, but...
They did also say at this event there is no competitive multiplayer available at launch, so there's no PvP. It's all cooperative.
At launch is the keyword there.
They can add it in at a later date.
Yeah, but EA, I just can't.
That's
EA,
what worries me. Is it's an EA thing, and we saw what happened with Star Wars Battlefront. They flubbed that. We've seen what's happened with some of their recent games. They haven't been great. Is that a fair way to put it?
They look good,
Yes.
but yeah, the fucking fuckery they're doing around. But and we can both agree this. There's definitely gonna be loot boxes in FIFA. You know that's gonna be a thing.
Well, they put it in all the sports games, really, because you have to build their ultimate team is what it is, and that's their loot box mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, but even though it's illegal in 2 countries right now,
Yeah, they're still fighting that.
I think they're just gonna do it without say fuck. I don't care.
So I do have some other stuff from the EA event. Do we care about Battlefield 5? Because I don't.
I think I already know exactly what you're gonna talk about because I saw that too last night.
I don't know much about it, in all honesty. They have a...
I know. They have one announcement that I saw. I was like, oh, well, yeah, no shit, they were going to do that.
They did say no loot boxes in Premium Pass, and they're doing Battle
Frozen
Royale.
again? Yeah,
No,
it
you're
was
good.
Frozen again.
Okay. They did, like I was saying, while Willie was frozen, they're doing no loot boxes, no Premium Pass. But just because Fortnite's so popular and PUBG, they're doing Battle Royale also because no one has an original idea at the moment.
Yep. Call of Duty's going to do it. Now Battlefield's going to do it.
Call of Duty's taking the single-player campaign out to just do Battle Royale and multiplayer.
See, people don't care.
I get the Call of Duty games when they're down to like $20, play the single-player campaign and call it a day.
Isn't Call of Duty EA?
No, it's
Or is it Battlefield? Yeah,
Battlefield's EA. Yeah.
That's right, Activision. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Activision has it half the time, and then I can't remember who the other one is. Because remember, they bounce back and forth.
Isn't it the ones who... No, it's not Neversoft. That's stupid. It's the one that does... Oh, it's right here. I can just look at this. They do Black Ops. That's the other team, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking Treyarch.
Treyarch, that's it.
I had the fucking... Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Properly cited. Do we care any about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and their efforts to save it?
To save it? What do you mean?
So, they're getting a bunch of new stuff according to this. There's a new squad system, new starfighter mode, new heroes, new maps from the Clone Wars, and they're adding new heroes such as General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Anakin Skywalker.
For free?
For free, it would seem.
I'm going to say there is no saving that, although I do want to play as General Grievous, though.
That would be pretty sweet. Well, the game's been down to like $20 off and on sale for the past month or so.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed like. But the population, the player population's been going down. It's not like Titanfall 2, which had a huge population when it first came out, then dropped because there's a bunch of other multiplayer stuff. Say what you want, Titanfall 2's multiplayer, while it's not huge, it's always got a good crowd in it. I've never had to spend more than like 20 seconds trying to get a match set up.
Do you know what I had the most fun in playing the original Battlefront 2?
Oh, yeah, I love that game.
Galactic Conquest. That's where I had the most fun.
Galactic Conquest was amazing.
Why couldn't they just bring a version of that into this Battlefront? That's all they needed.
But what I will tell you, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original, is backwards compatible on the Xbox One now. So I think I found my copy when I was cleaning some stuff out. I might be firing that back up again.
I think I got it somewhere. It's probably in a box somewhere.
I lost my original Xbox that I played it on, but I had so many hours into that. I unlocked so much stuff on it. I had played that game so much back in the day.
They only have 4 PS2 games over here. Oh, wow. This is a good one. I forgot I had this. The Punisher for the PS2.
Oh, God.
That was actually a good game. It got censored like hell because there was like executions in the game, like context sensitive.
Huh.
And then they pretty much made them where they had to make it black and white.
Interesting.
Do you
remember the old Command and Conquer real-time strategy games from like the late 90s, early 2000s?
They're still going on, aren't they? They're still making them?
They are bringing it back as a mobile game now, evidently.
That seems about right.
Mobile RTS.
Literally mobile.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you.
No, thank you.
You know you love it.
Do I? Do I really?
So, was that our news?
It is. I'm trying to find some other stuff that would be interesting. Again, it's all E3 right now, so I know some folks are probably like, screw these guys.
I mean, are we not? We got next week for that.
Do we want to talk about the rumored stuff coming for the Switch, or do you just want to blow through that?
What, Smash Brothers?
Well, we know that's
that's
coming.
coming.
Fortnite is supposedly coming to the Switch now.
Yeah, actually, that probably would work.
I could see it working. I think it could be fun.
Yeah, they got to fucking work it on mobile, so yeah, it could work for Switch.
The Switch basically is mobile. It's got the same. It's got the same kind of hardware as a lot of smartphones.
Oh, damn. Wait, is that a hit on Switch, or is that saying, damn, cell phones have come a long way? Or a little bit of both?
You could look at it both ways. Because, again, we've said this. You compare the Switch to the hardware of like an Xbox or a PlayStation, let alone the Pros or the X variants, and you're like, what the hell? But it's Nintendo. They're always been along the lines of, we don't need the most cutting-edge hardware. We just want to make it fun somehow or make it different. It backfired a little with the Wii U, but seemingly the Switch is all right. I don't know. Supposedly there's a Star Fox racing game coming, which I couldn't care less about. I'd rather just have a new Star Fox game.
What? Why?
That's what I said.
Why make it a racing game?
I don't understand. I wouldn't do it either.
Make another fucking F-Zero. People want that shit.
Yes.
You stupid motherfuckers.
Supposedly, the Star Fox game will be called Star Fox Grand Prix, will feature elements of F-Zero and Diddy Kong Racing with an adventure mode.
Other one is going to be Diddy Kong. I was going to say instead of fucking F-Zero, but Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with you, Nintendo?
I don't know, and rumor has it N64 Classic is going to get announced.
Yeah, I saw shit about that fucking. But no, what's up with Nintendo and not liking and putting fucking Star Fox in games that aren't really for Star Fox? Like, do you remember Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube?
I do. It wasn't terrible, actually.
Yeah, I know it was a good game, but why was this a Star Fox game? Because it started out as an N64 game called Dinosaur Planet. Go ahead.
I think they put that on there to help sell games by putting the Star Fox name on it. That's honestly what I think it is.
Yeah, people did not like the fact either. But here's something funny. Here's a funny story for you about that game too. I rented it from Blockbuster. Actually, I'm going on another. Here's a tangent for a tangent here. There's a YouTube ad that plays. And it's a guy watching something on TV with popcorn in his hands. Back in my day, we rented movies through the mail. I was like, motherfucker, back in your day, you rented movies. No, back in the day, you went to fucking Blockbuster to rent movies. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, so I rented this game from Blockbuster. And I had to restart it so many times because when you first start the game, you were playing as Crystal. That's her name, though. I think she was a fox or something.
She was a female fox, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah. I just can't remember if she was exactly a fox, though. Anyway, then you get to the bad guy and everything. I thought I was like accidentally in like a foreign language because they were talking their dinosaur speak, and I could not figure like what is going on here. So I stopped, restarted the game, put on subtitles, and it was still in that dinosaur subtitle. They didn't translate it. So I thought I think I restarted the thing like 5 times, like saying, "What's going on here?" It's on English. Why is it not playing in English? Yeah, they just did that whole stupid thing where they're speaking a dinosaur speak, and they just did not let you know that ahead of time. And I was like, so I finally just played through. I was like, let me just get through it and see if it fixes itself. And yeah, as soon as Star Fox comes, there's all in English.
Huh.
Did I buy you some time?
For what?
I don't know. It seems like you're stalling.
I wasn't stalling. I think we're out of E3 news.
Hey, stop Joseph Stalin over there.
That was bad.
That was good. I don't know if I got that from somewhere. I think I just made it up. I'm sure someone else has done that joke before.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever heard it before. I'm not saying it's original, but I'm saying I'm happy with it.
So I think that wraps our attempt to do some E3 pre-show coverage. If you care about that stuff, make sure you watch the events coming up this week, and we'll talk about it next week, I'm sure. Willie, do we have anything else?
I'll be taking notes.
Willie's going to be taking notes for his news.
Like every year.
Willie, did we have anything else you want to talk about today?
Like my dick.
Oh.
Hey,
no.
you give me the option here. I'm going to take it there.
No, we don't want to talk about that.
This is on you. You did this.
That's my fault. You know what else is my fault? The fact that we're part of the Gonna Geek Network. That's my fault. All Things Good and Nerdy Show is, in fact, part of the Gonna Geek Network. 25 plus different shows in the network to cover a variety of topics. You've got things like us, you know what we talk about, all sorts of random nerdy stuff. You've got specific things such as Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., which talks about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Crimson Comet, all about The Flash. We've got things, whatever your geek tastes are, and there's absolutely no way we can recap all 25 episodes each week, but we can give you a taste of one show and be like, hey, maybe you guys should go check this one out. Willie, what show are we talking about today?
This week, I'm going to be talking about Game Life Balance Australia. Episode 60, The Crime of Milk Baggery. Rob and AC throw caution to the wind, along with their regular format, for a freewheeling stream of nonsense episode. So join the lads as they discuss Canadian milk contaminating solutions, Rob's crime van, AC's happy juice, trademarked, the weird joy of Lisa, the RPG, and the insane frustration of trying to aim precisely through an analog stick. Back to you, Chris.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I knew I couldn't do that Harvey Weinstein, or not Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Firestein. I couldn't do that voice. This is Big Head. I couldn't do that voice for long without coughing up a storm.
I would have rather you just tried to be fake Australian again.
I don't know how I feel about creating international incidences. Although that might have did one.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might have just caused one right there.
So, I mean, now, a little question here. Now, is this Lisa, the RPG, is that supposed to be LISA? It's not, it's not an acronym, it doesn't look like with the periods, but it is all caps.
I don't know. It says Lisa, the painful RPG when I go and look it up online. Has a 10 out of 10 on Steam.
Wow, okay. But I mean, I don't say AC, I say AC. So when I say LISA, you get what I'm getting at.
Well, I mean, I imagine they're just saying it Lisa based off everything I read then is just capital L and then Lisa. I don't know. I don't know much about it. It's a game about survival, sacrifice, and perverts. It's a quirky side-scrolling RPG set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, according to Steam.
Chris, speaking of AC, have you ever done an AC Slater?
No.
See, that's when you sit on the toilet backwards, like AC Slater always did with when he sat down in the Max. He always got the chair and swung it around.
Well, that sounds uncomfortable.
I don't know. Did you not see the South Park where they have the whole things like this is how the actual inventor of the toilet made this?
I remember it.
Yes, you get a little table.
What the hell are we doing?
This is Tangents.
This is the Tangent Show, which that might almost be a better title too.
No. I don't need facts to be right. That's a gold.
Okay, that one is pretty much gold. So, looking at the time, I do need to get out of here roughly on time today. It's time for us to start wrapping up. We wrap things up with a traditional bit we call What I'm Into. It's our chance to share with you guys who are watching live or listening at a later date just what kind of geeky and nerdy things we've been getting into so that maybe, just maybe, you'll want to check them out yourselves. So, I will go first on this one. I've been playing a bunch of games and stuff lately. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I picked those both up. I fired up Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, played for a few minutes.
God damn it, Chris.
What?
Get a fucking PS4 so we can play. I want to play with someone on that game.
Well,
God damn it, Chris.
I'd have to buy the
Bachman
game
isn't
again.
playing with me on that.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Motherfucker.
Are you going to be okay?
We'll see.
We'll see.
I ain't got the rope yet.
Oh, that's sad. So like I said, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I picked that up. I haven't played a ton of it. I just fired it up to make sure it downloaded correctly. I have, however, been playing South Park: The Fractured Butthole because I hadn't played it since the DLC came out. So yesterday I streamed on Twitch as I played it. The Assault on, From Dusk to Casa Bonita, which is the next DLC mission where you team up with Mysterion the Coon and Henrietta the Goth to go and kill vampires in Casa Bonita and save Kenny's sister from the vampires.
From the vamps. Do we want to spoil who they're fighting at the end?
So spoiler alert, they fight Corey Haim at the end. But only it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah. No, oh, I was gonna say let's just keep it at that. But never. He. Oh god, but since they're kids of South Park, they don't know who fucking Michael Jackson is, so they think it's actually Corey Haim because that's who he said he's summoning.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, Corey Haim. Oh no, are they gonna do this? Oh, okay, they didn't.
They didn't, but it was pretty damn funny. Other stuff to get into. I thought it was Double Experience Weekend on Overwatch. I thought I'd seen that somewhere. I don't think it was, but I played a bunch of Overwatch on Saturday.
I think it might have been. I don't know if they do Double Experience.
I thought I saw something online about it. I don't know.
Or it might have been the opening week of the weekend of like when they did the free weekend, maybe.
That could have been it too. So I had that queued up. I played some of that on Friday and Saturday. And then Saturday morning, I have continued my new tradition that is now in its second week. So you can tell this is a strongly held tradition by me of going to the going to the farmer's market and then hitting up a bunch of Pokestops and Pokemon gyms and playing Pokemon Go while I'm downtown for about an hour. Oh man, it's great. It really is. And we're going to take a brief aside from what I'm into because I had one thing left. But Drasman is asked in the chat room, now is the moment to ask the deep questions of the soul. To go back to Exotica or not? I vote yes. Willie?
No, do not go there. Come to Medieval Titties instead.
I don't know. I think Exotica would be more fun than Medieval Titties.
Special guest, Sarah J. It's one of my favorite porn stars, I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't know who it was, I'll be honest.
She got some big old titties.
I imagine if she was coming to Medieval Titties, that would be one of the requirements of coming there.
I mean, I know what I like, but it's not about what I like. It's what the customers like. So I'm going to have a variety, of course.
Draftsman, we encourage you to go back to Exotica. We encourage you to go enjoy yourself, take some safe for work photos and some not safe for work photos. Just have fun and come back next week and let us know what your experience was like.
Stop trying to take away my fucking business, Chris.
Your business isn't even open yet.
You don't know that. I got some woods out there I can just have a shed out in.
Oh dear. So yeah. One last thing I was going to bring up is Movie Pass. Willie, did you get your Movie Pass in?
No.
I thought you got one.
No, I didn't. That was Bachman.
Okay. I thought you signed up for it though too.
Nope.
Okay, so one thing for those of you that do have Movie Pass, I've been kind of an evangelist for it on here. Check your email because they're pushing out an update to some users, and I know it hit both my fiance and I in the past couple days where my Movie Pass has now been updated so that anytime I buy a ticket, they require me to take a picture of the ticket stub and send it to them via the app. That is their new way to combat fraud because there are folks that might be like buying a ticket and then reselling it to someone else for $5 or something like that. So they're forcing, as part of their beta, some users will have to take a photo of their ticket stub in the app and send it to them. They did say if you don't get one in the first time when you're asked for it, they'll give you a pass, but anything after that, they will cancel your account and you will never be eligible for a Movie Pass account again. So there is that. Check your email. The app will supposedly tell you automatically when it goes through. So when you buy your ticket stub on there or your ticket on there, it should give you a notification that says, hey, you need to take a photo of this, but check your email first. Not everyone's getting it. I just wanted to give people the heads up. But that's really all I've got that I've been getting into. Willie, other than running your business, what have you been getting into?
Your mom.
Oh.
I've been waiting for it. I thought you were going to send it to me first. I was like...
Had to be done.
But, yeah, thank you. Or... What have I been getting into? What the fuck did I get into this week?
I was hoping you'd know, considering I just talked for like 10 minutes on what I've been getting into.
What I've been getting into is, last week I told you guys I got that board game Blood Rage. I played it. It is a very fun game. Apparently, I rock at it. I play with my friend Hannah and another friend Jade. Oh my god, I was so awesome in it. I won every time.
Modest too.
I'm not a strategy gamer like board games. Strategy games stress me out so goddamn much. This one, not that bad. It's not stressful as much. Oh my god! Because we played the Game of Thrones board game too, with everybody. The max players. I can't remember, like 7 players. I think I can't remember exactly. That shit was so intense. I was so stressed out. I did win that one too. I was the Baratheons, of course, and got that Warhammer. But yeah, oh my god! But yeah, this one's so much fun, and I started painting the miniatures because they don't come painted; they're all just like the regular plastic. And the painting is actually coming out pretty good. If you can share the pictures.
Oh, sorry, I don't have them pulled up.
Never mind, then it's all good. Okay, if you want to, you can. If you don't, no problem.
If you caught the pre-show, we've got them in on there. I'll try and splice something together, or we'll share them next week because I don't have the tabs open right now.
That is fair. No problem. I am not angry. Just disappointed.
Oh.
Did I see any new movies this week? No, I didn't see any new movies.
I was going to go see Ocean's 8. I didn't make it. Draftsman went to the movies, but only technically, I see in the chat room, he did help the solo box office, so thank you. I have that in the Fantasy Movie League. He went to Exotica and parked in the adjacent parking structure to not pay for parking, save $10 in parking, and help the solo box office.
Wait, what? Do they not have a parking lot?
Well, you probably had
Chicago.
to pay. It's Chicago, so you probably had to pay the convention center, whereas if you bought a movie ticket, that probably covers your parking, is my guess.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I thought you wanted to go see the movie. I see. I get what he did.
I see
Makes
what he
sense.
did there. So, Fantasy Movie League, Willie, you took first place this week.
I mean, you are talking to the spring 2018 champion here. I chose poorly in the first week to give everyone a fighting chance.
I decided, after being taunted mercilessly about it, I would make my return, and in my return, I took second place for the week.
I was gonna say you were Gotham, right?
No, I am Cineplex of Doom.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
I'm right behind you by a little over $1 million.
I thought to give people a good fighting chance. I guess you were in sixth though. Then, all right.
Yes, because I haven't played until.
So that's the reason I'm in fifth.
That's the reason
overall.
When the new season starts, this is all warm up to get ready for the new season of Fantasy Movie League. That's how I'm looking at it.
The fall season.
The fall season. I'm warming up. I'm going to win it all.
The warm-up season is the summer blockbusters.
Hey, it takes more skill to figure out what's going to work and not work in the fall season.
No more in the spring.
Shut up, Willie.
Or I guess technically the winter, if you want to get really serious.
Yes.
Even though Star Wars starts coming out in the fucking winter now. Except for Solo. It's all by itself.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you didn't get a giggle. Fuck you.
Do you want... Here. You just won the internet.
I don't believe that. Don't patronize me.
I'm pandering right now.
You're not a panda.
I'm pandering to you at this moment right now because I have to.
You're not eating eucalyptus. Why do you keep saying you're a panda?
Why not?
Oh, wow. That smells like masturbation.
Well, so we know what else you've been getting into. Anything else you want to share?
Mostly Blood Rage. God, that's been so good. I'm going to champion that YouTube channel of Neebs Gaming again. It is very funny. They have a Far Cry 5 series that they just started, and it's very good. I think they might have a new episode today, I hope. And they're in the course, there's 7 Days to Die. Shitty fucking game, but watching them play it is amazing. God, 7 Days to Die is such a shitty game. I tried playing that one time. That fucking game doesn't tell you shit. There's like little mini objectives in the top left. And it's, oh my God, it's just so fucking annoying. Because they say, make a bedroll. You have to get this and this. Or no, they don't even tell you what you have to get to make it. I'm like, okay. I have to go into these menus. Oh, and zombies can attack me while I'm in the menus. Great.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
And it doesn't really tell you, like, it doesn't show you like a picture or something. It's like, and it's something like, get some like white stone. Like, what? Just pick up some stones. Like, you want to show me what these stones look like? Because everything's just gray and drab out here. Yeah, so I had a fucking painful experience trying to play it myself. But watching them play, I like the way they do it. We need to start a channel like this, Chris.
Well, we could do something.
The problem is you just need to start becoming funny, Chris. That's the problem.
Oh.
I'm kidding, Chris. I love you.
I'm sad.
You can smell my masturbation hand, too.
That's so nasty. I did have one. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I had one last thing I forgot about this morning. I saw there was a bunch of Blu-rays on sale at Best Buy that I wanted, and I had some gift cards to burn. So I picked up Kingsman: The Golden Circle, The Shape of Water, and the Jumanji film because of
Which
all the
one?
gift cards. The Rock one.
Have you watched it yet?
I watched it in the theaters. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's all right. I thought it was gonna be better.
I thought it was fun. It defied
was
my
fun.
expectations. I thought it was just gonna be a dumb video game-ish movie, and I had fun with it.
Still saying, if you want a better Rock movie, Baywatch.
I have it. I just haven't watched it yet.
I'm gonna say it's because, of course, it's more raunchier, but it's also funnier. Oh
I've
my
heard
god,
that.
so much fun.
So I picked up all three of those for like $14 after I burned my gift cards I needed to
Yeah.
use.
Oh, after that,
And they're all 4K Blu-rays too. So
I thought you said they were on sale.
they are on sale. 4K Blu-rays being $15 a piece is a good sale.
Okay, yeah, I give you that.
Yeah.
I have started by 4K Blu-ray, 4K Blu-rays just for when the leak does happen. I'm getting ready for it.
So that when the PS5 comes out, you'll be able to watch them.
Yep, I also fucking watched a fucking YouTube video where, God, some of these people I just fucking hate. I couldn't finish watching it. It's just fucking filled with hate. They had like this PS5 concept thing. Yeah, it's like, this looks ugly as fuck. This is not what they're going for. This looks fake as hell too. Man, fuck you.
Well, I mean, there's all sorts of folks that like to cash in by clickbaiting on YouTube to get that ad money right now. So
Yeah,
that's
it
probably
got
what
me.
was. Yeah, it got you.
Fucking got.
They got
it kept
their
popping
third
up
of
in
a
our
penny off of
recommendations.
you.
It kept popping up. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll give you a watch. Reluctantly, I watched it, and then I didn't finish it.
And then you wished you hadn't. Sorry, Willie.
I wish I wouldn't got that right before I watched it.
Whoa. So anything else you want to share before we start wrapping this thing down?
That's a little Bourdain humor for you.
Oh.
I mean, I can't really say I'm really a fan of his because I didn't really watch anything. I don't have anything against him. I just didn't really watch anything he did. I know he's a big food critic show person.
His show was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I didn't know he died because I was like wondering why is a bunch of Anthony Bourdain stuff on Reddit today. And apparently and then one of the subreddits I'm on, I clicked on something. I think it's under Trashy. Subreddit Trashy. It's a good subreddit. Was like a tweet where Anthony Bourdain's calling someone out saying you're a whole, like, God, I forget what, saying something as you're a disgusting human or something for something. And then the guy, apparently after his death, responded to it and said, no, killing yourself and making all your family and friends hurt is a disgusting thing or something like that.
Well, you saw what the guy originally said that he replied back to him on, right?
No, I didn't say it. Was that?
He was the guy that made the stupid joke about the Ariana Grande concert in the UK where the bombing was. About something about the effect of, that's not the only thing that bombed there or whatever, or wanting to get out. So the guy made a joke about the bombing outside of a concert in the UK, and Anthony Bourdain told him he was a terrible person, or with harsher language. So that's where that came from. The guy just kind of removed that first bit of it to make himself look better. And then, of course, the internet came out and went, no, this first guy's the asshole. Here you go.
Oh,
Here's
yeah. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, I saw that one where it just had him, but they were still calling him out for being an asshole, and that's where they were calling him trashy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that guy's trashy nonetheless. But it's even worse once you realize he cut off the fact that Bourdain was calling him out for making a classless joke about a terrorist attack.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. That does sound like a joke I would think about. I would not say, though.
And you sure as hell wouldn't tweet it. But some people want to be internet famous, and they don't care what it takes. They'll be internet famous, god damn it.
I mean, that joke would probably run to my head like, wait, yes, that's not a funny. That's a bad taste.
Yeah, that's in bad taste. So if you want things that are in good taste, we encourage you to come back and see the podcast next Sunday when we stream live 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over on geeks.live, the streaming home of the Gonna Geek Network.
You goddamn right.
That's right. Don't forget, we stream live. A bunch of other shows stream live. If you go to the bottom of the page over on geeks.live, there is a calendar of events. There's a boatload of stuff streaming today. There are 3 more shows streaming on Sunday, plus 1 more tomorrow.
What kind of boat are we talking about?
A cruise ship? I don't know.
You call a cruise ship a boat?
I don't know.
Hey, Chris, can I borrow a couple $1,000 from you, Chris?
Why do you want?
If a cruise ship's just a boat.
I don't know what's going on.
You said a boatload. Like, how much is a boatload? And you're saying a fucking cruise ship. If a fucking cruise ship is just some boat.
Okay, so a boatload.
You got billions.
I retract my statement now. A boatload does not refer to a ship. It refers to a boat, I guess. It's a unit of measurement now. We're going to go with that.
Kind of like a buttload.
I don't want to talk about butts.
Don't you?
I don't know.
That's fair. I see you're winching. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm just gonna stop and pull out.
Thank you. I
I'm
think
gonna stop and pull out.
we'll be back next week. Hopefully all of us are here. Bye, guys. Thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek radio app, and over at our network home at GonnaGeek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@GonnaGeek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at Incompetech.com.